Hi, this is Larry Pike. I'm going to show you in this video how to install and then set up the Wacom Intuos tablets. To start off with, I'm going to switch over to Windows XP, and you can see right here that I've downloaded to my desktop the Wacom tablet installation program. Now, when you buy an Intuos tablet or a Cintiq or a Bamboo, it's going to come with a CD, and on that CD you actually have the installation routine. But I didn't have the CD handy here because I've had this tablet sitting around here for probably a year or so. So rather than going and digging it out, I simply went to the Wacom website and downloaded it there. Now I'll show you how to do that right now. This is the Wacom website. You'll go to www.wacom.com. That's WACOM.com. And then you can choose Americas on there. Once you get to that part, you want to come down to where it says Customer Care. That pops open a little menu below it, and you want to choose Product Drivers. Now, it's not just the drivers you're going to download. You actually get the installation program and so on. But you choose Product Drivers by clicking on it. When you do, it'll take you to a page where you can choose the tablet that you have. In this case, I have an Intuos-4 Wireless tablet. And then you can choose your operating system. In this case, I'm running Windows XP. You could choose whatever system you have. And then as you scroll down, you can see the drivers for Wacom America, and I chose the first one on the list, the one with the highest driver number. In this case, the highest number is 6.1.6-7 for USB tablets on Windows 7, Vista, or XP, 32 or 64-bit. Now this covers probably almost every tablet, every PC in America today. Everybody's running Windows XP, Vista, or 7 in either 32 or 64-bit. And so I simply clicked where it says More Info and got the download file. If you need help with this, let me show you that up on their website you can come over here to Contact Us and you'll get there. But let me also show you a shortcut I've set up for you. First of all, the phone number for Wacom sales and free technical support is 800-922-6613. That's 800-922-6613. So you can call that number if you need help. If you want to go directly to the download page that I just showed you, you can use this shortened URL that I've created. It's called http://tinyurl.com/3as3nq8. Again, that's http://tinyurl.com/ and then the number 3, the letters AS as in Apple Sam, the number 3, the letters NQ as in Nancy Quebec, and then the number 8. Type that into your browser and hit enter, and it'll take you right over to this download page, which is probably the one you're going to want to use. So if you need to download the software, you can get it right from their website. If they have a newer version, by all means take that. Once you've downloaded the software, and here we are in the Windows desktop, now I'm going to go ahead and double click on the program and have it start doing the setup for me. I accept their software license. And it says the pen tablet driver was successfully installed. Say OK, and that takes care of that. Now I'm going to go down to the Start menu and go to my control panel right there. And in the control panel, I now see here where it says Wacom Tablet PR. There we go. Properties. Okay. Wacom Tablet Properties. So we're going to go ahead and double click on the Wacom Tablet Properties in the control panel. and it says a supported tablet was not found on the system, which means I did not plug the tablet in yet. So let's go ahead and do that next. Now that I have the tablet plugged in, There's a little power button on the side of mine. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. So now we get a little message here that says found new hardware USB human interface device, which is their technical jargon for it's like a mouse type of thing. Found new hardware. Your hardware is installed and ready to use. Well, that's great. That's the message you're hoping to see. Once you've got the thing plugged in and turned on, you should see a message saying, hey, it's here, I see it, and you can use it. Now we're going to go back into the control panel again, to the Wacom Tablet Properties program. I'm going to double click on it. There we go. That's what we're looking for. A little window that looks just like this one is what you're searching for. I'm going to go ahead and close out the control panel, leaving us just with the Wacom Tablet Properties window. And now we're going to get into how to actually do the setup on this thing. There's also a little window that's popped up now that says tablet driver low battery warning. Okay, if you're using the wireless Intuos-4 tablet, it has a battery in it, and it runs on Bluetooth, and it gets charged up by plugging in the USB cable. So since I've plugged it in order to do this video, it is now showing that the battery is low. I'm going to click OK and make that warning go away. Yes, the battery is low when it's been sitting around and hasn't been used for a while, but I have it plugged into USB, so it is charging up now. Initially, when you open up the program to show the tablet properties, this little grip pen thing might not be showing here, and that would be the case if you have not touched the grip pen to the tablet. I'm going to go ahead and touch it to the tablet, and now it would appear over here. Now mine had already been touched to the tablet this morning, so it was already showing up here. But we're going to choose grip pen, and that then allows us to set the controls in here for what happens with the pen when you do various things. After we've done the settings on the pen, we're going to click where it says functions, and it will allow us to program the little programmable keys alongside the Intuos. Now the Intuos tablets have I think 6 or 8 or 10 different programmable keys depending on the size of the tablet. The larger the tablet, the more programmable keys they have space for. Also, next to the keys on the tablet itself, there's a little video display area that will show whatever you've typed in as the name of that key. So again, that's on the key. Now, if you have more than one Wacom tablet that's running through this software, you'll see up here under tablet, right now it says Intuos-4 WL, meaning wireless. If I had another tablet, it would show another icon over here. So I could have different settings for, let's say, the smaller tablet or the larger tablet or the wireless tablet, and each one would show up here. The same program would be used to program each one of them. So in this case, we only have this one tablet set up on this computer, and right now we're looking at the functions. I'm going to switch over to grip pen. And applications is all. If there were separate applications, you wanted this to behave differently if you're in your digitizing program from, say, what would have it do if you were in a drawing program that you own, then you could set up individual programs over here by hitting the plus key. Alright, so now we're looking at the grip pen settings, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set 3 different things. And these are the settings that Holly uses. You can play around with your pen, your tablet, your Wacom, and so on, and you see which settings you like. But for what we want to do is, I'm going to go over a little cheat sheet I got from Holly for her settings. Alright, grip pen, keystroke on the top, backspace. Alright, let me show you what that means. Up here on the top part of the key, now there's a little rocker switch on the side of your grip pen. If you touch the pen down to the tablet without doing anything with that little rocker switch, it's going to give you a normal click or tap, as if you had clicked your mouse. But if you're holding down the little rocker switch, if you're holding down the top part of it down, then we're going to set this to keystroke, which is right here on the menu. Okay, and then we're going to do Control Delete. That's what I want to have happen there. And now here I'm going to type in what that function is. Now what that is doing on where it says name. I'm going to hit OK. Now, what that does when I type in the name is it makes it show up here so I can now see what keystroke I've programmed for this function. Now on the bottom, if I hold down the bottom part of that little rocker switch, what do I want to have happen? We'll go back over to Holly's notes, and she says on the bottom I want clicks and a right click. Okay, so we're going to just come down here. What we're going to say is, if it's not already programmed, we're going to go to clicks and hover here and choose right click. That's what we want to have happen. In other words, when we want to right click, what we're going to do is hold down the bottom of this rocker switch and then tap the tip of the pen onto the tablet, and it'll give you a right click there. And so what we've got now is tap the pen on the tablet for a click, hold down this rocker switch on the bottom part and tap the pen to the tablet. It gives you a right click. Hold the upper part of that and tap it onto the tablet, and it's going to give you a control delete. And those are very useful functions in generations. Finally, we're going to come down to where it says options and click on that. And we're going to set the side switch mode to click and tap rather than hover click. What that means is you actually need to tap the tablet with the tip in order to have it happen, in order to have it click for you, rather than simply hovering over it. The problem with hovering, of course, is that if all you do is hover, sometimes you can get clicks in places you don't want them. So we actually want to physically have to tap the tablet with the pen tip. So I set it to click and tap, and I'm going to hit OK. That takes care of the setup for the pen, the grip pen. Now we're going to come up to where it says functions. In here you'll see, if you're using an Intuos, that there are express keys, a touch ring, and a radial menu. I'm going to leave the radial menu and touch ring alone because the most important thing is the express keys. What we can do here is choose any one of these where it says show settings or modifier or whatever. We can choose these, and we're programming. In this case, there are 8 different keys on the Intuos-4 Wireless that I can set to do whatever I want to have happen. Alright, I'm going to hit the first one here where it says show settings, and I'm going to set that to enter. So let's go do that. Show settings, and enter is a keystroke, right? So we're going to come down to where it says keystrokes, and I'm going to click on that. Okay, what do I want to have happen? Well, I've already got something typed in here and I really don't want it, so I'm going to clear it. Now if you just hit the normal delete key on your keyboard, it's not going to delete the stuff out of here. It's recording your keystroke, so we need to clear this. And what we want to have happen here is enter. So I'm going to hit enter. Now where it says name, I'm going to type this in. I'm putting all caps, and I'm going to say OK. Alright, so now I have on the top button, it's going to be that if I click that top button, I'm going to get an enter key, and I know it's an enter key because I've written that right here. Also on my Intuos, there is now a little window next to the key that is lit up that says enter. So it allows me now to look at the keyboard and actually see that, hey, if I touch that key, I'm going to get an enter. So I basically have labeled the key. Okay, now we're going to come down to the next one, and we're going to choose escape. So for the next key, okay, this again is a keystroke, and the keystroke is escape. And now in the name I'm going to type escape, and I'm going to say OK. Now I've set this second key up as escape. The third key we're going to set up as control. So again, control is not a keystroke. Let me do that again. Control is not a keystroke. Control is what's called a modifier. So I'm going to choose modifier in the menu, and with modifier we have Shift, Alt, Control, and click. And we actually want to choose control and say OK. So what that does is it sets up the third key now as a control. So it's the same as if I hold that key down, it does the same thing as if I was holding down the control key on my keyboard. The fourth key on here I'm setting up as shift. Right? So again, shift is a modifier. So I come down here, choose the modifier menu and choose shift and say OK. Now it sets up my fourth key as Shift. I've got 4 more keys. I'm going to set those up as Control Delete, Delete, Backspace, and F4. So we're going to go right in here, and that will be a click. Excuse me, that will be a keystroke. And the keystroke is Control Delete. There it goes. And I'm going to write in here on the name, I'm going to put Control Delete, and I'm going to say OK. So I've got that one set up. Next one we're going to set up as Delete. So I change that to a keystroke. Hit the Delete key on my keyboard. Type in here Delete and say OK. The next one, I want to set that up as Spacebar. Spacebar is a keystroke. So I'm going to come down here and say keystroke, spacebar, and then I'm going to go ahead and type in the word space. That sets my label up. And on the last one here, I'm going to put in the F4 key, F4, and say OK. I've set up the 8 different keys and the grip pen for my tablet for my preferences. You can experiment with this. You may have different preferences. Play around with it and see what you want to have it do for your own applications and for your own uses. If you have a smaller size Intuos tablet, then you might only have 3 and 3 of these different buttons over here that are programmable. If you have a larger key tablet, you might have additional keys that you can program. But whatever it is you have, make use of those, because they're all shortcuts for you to do things, so you don't have to reach over and grab your keyboard for a second. You can just keep your hands right on the tablet, do your drawing, reach over, tap a key, get right on with whatever it is you want to do. Come to our website, artisticthreadworks.com, for additional tips and information on digitizing with generations.